Good evening, everyone. Hello in the bushes. Hi, Bautissimo. Interesting seeing it greet me. I have to definitely work out the kinks with that. So, guys, tonight I want to talk about this missing case. This is Cara. Cara is missing well, she's from Oklahoma, but she's missing technically, I guess, in Arizona. There is a really great video that we're going to take a look at, as well as showing you guys some of these pictures and things. So this is her sister, Mindy, and Mindy has been posting about her sister quite a bit because she wants to know where her sister is. And so let me show you. So this is Cara here. And she has been missing since May 15th. As she basically went on a road trip with her boyfriend and did not come back with him, from what we're understanding. And so I am newer to this case as well. Somebody sent me this and asked me if I could touch on it. Let's see here. Sorry, I got to find the actual flyer real quick. So Cara is, whoa, where did that just take me? Cara is 41 years old. She is 5'5". She weighs approximately 170 pounds. Says she has not been seen since May 13th, and she was in Bearden, Oklahoma. She was traveling with Adam Stopp in his semi across the country. They were heading westbound. Adam returned to Oklahoma with Cara's belongings, but not her. He stated that he left her at a rest stop in Arizona and then later changed his story, saying that he left her in California. There was a possible sighting of a female matching her description walking in Joseph City, Arizona on June 3rd. However, her family does not believe that it was her. If anyone remembers seeing Cara or Adam, you're supposed to contact the investigative services, which takes me to a link. So they do have a private investigator hired for this case. Hi, Marky. How are you? So her car has since been found, and it was found abandoned in Seminole, Oklahoma at a truck stop. Her ex-boyfriend is a truck driver and inconsistently reports leaving her at a rest stop in Arizona, he's saying on May 20th. It says Cara does not have any of her belongings. Her case number is 220536 at the Seminole County Sheriff's Department in Oklahoma. Their phone number is 405-382-3434. Bot just says live, but no link. Okay, good to know. Okay, so I want to pull up this video because it shows a really good picture of her tattoo. So this, guys, is a brand new creator. We're talking like 27 subscribers, and one of them is myself. And so I don't know if she's related to this family, if she just is making like this one-time video. I didn't really check out her channel. But what I wanted to show is this really good picture of Cara's tattoo. She has a Care Bear tattoo on her shoulder.
Change the tattoo. So keep your eye out for this tattoo. And if you see it, let somebody know that, hey, I saw this girl and she had this green Care Bear tattoo on her right shoulder. Maybe look into it. As always, as we say in the true crime community, if you see something, say something. So just please keep that in mind. Let me show you this picture of Cara. There you go. You can really see her face good in this picture. Like I said, she's beautiful, brown hair, brown eyes, great smile, very, very happy. Lots of friends and family missing her, wanting her back here in Oklahoma. Her family actually traveled to California to look for her along Interstate 40, which would have been the route that her and Adam took to get to California. They stopped at truck stops, restaurants, rest areas, all along.
Now, they stopped at all of these rest stops and looking for her because he said that he left her in California. And then he also said Arizona. And so her family has been going places looking for her since May 15th.
Along the way, handing out her flyer to try to get the information out there. So they have been looking very hard for her. They came back to Oklahoma to meet with the police. On the way back, they broke down in Texas, and when they got here, they found out little to nothing really from the police. But they've been going through it. They're dealing with a lot right now, not just her missing, but car issues and normal life. Sons know when she was leaving and when she would be coming back, and this time nobody was aware that she was going. So that stands out as a little bit of a red flag right there. Her car, a 2000 Honda Civic Del Sol green, of course, was found abandoned at a Love's travel stop in Seminole, Oklahoma. Now, I asked her sister, why would she park her car at the truck stop versus parking it at Adam's house? And I was told that Adam doesn't have a house, that he's living out of his semi full time. And sometimes Adam would pick Cara up at the Walmart in Sand Springs where she lived. But occasionally, Cara would meet him at the truck stop where they found her car because it was just easier for him, I guess, on his route to just swing into the truck stop and pick her up there. So
that explains like why she would have parked her vehicle and left it basically to go on this road trip with this guy. And she apparently never came back from it. It's all just kind of weird. So then whenever we're looking at the sister's Facebook page, that's the first thing I always do is go and see what all the family is posting, especially on cases where there's not so much information out there as far as news reports and things like that. Actually, none. I didn't see almost any news reports about this case. And it's literally just that woman's YouTube video that we have up, and then the post on Twitter and let me see. This one might actually be a search and rescue video. But it's just a few posts about her. It's really sad that there is not more out there. Virtually no news. Hi, PJ. Hi, Tim. Let me see if I can find this rescue video. It took me to a Facebook group, but not very much here. Here it is. No, see, there's no video. It's just the... Let me show you guys what I'm looking at here. Yeah, you haven't heard anything. No, there's literally nothing. Like if you put her name into Google. Okay, so normally, you put her name into Google and you get this woman who's made 2 different YouTube videos about her. One a week ago and one 2 days ago, which is the one that we have up. Okay. Then you get a flyer on Twitter. She is considered an Indigenous woman. And then this says it's going to be about Cara. But if you look at the actual video, it's not. So there's no news videos. And then you look at actual news reports, nothing. And then if you go to all, says this one, located. This isn't right though. It's talking about her car being located. Seeing it actually takes you to somebody else who was located, not Cara. And so it's frustrating, that the fact that there's just nothing out there. Indigenous Lives Matter has been posting, where is Cara Cox? That's a very, very beautiful graphic that they made, actually. But still, no news reports, nothing. Yeah. Okay, Marky, that's fine. Welcome, I am Team Summer. Yeah, it does look really good in that background. They made a really nice graphic for her. But again, there's this flyer from the private investigator, it looks like, on the missing Indigenous woman paper. And then very, very little details. Nothing. And so this video, though, this woman who made the video, I'm assuming is a local because she must have talked to the family. She sounds like she has a ton of information about it. And so I really would love it if everybody went over and checked out her page. I'm hoping to get a hold of this sister. I would love to have her on the show at some point to try to help raise awareness about Cara's story, because it's sad how little information is out there. Literally just the photos that this sister Mindy has put out, and just that information. And then of course, she's been missing since May the 15th, they believe, BC. Yes, it's actually linked at the top. It should be pinned at the top. I hope. I hope it's pinned at the top. But on the sister's Facebook page, the boyfriend is this guy here. Fiance, boyfriend, whatever you want to call him. He says they don't want to find her. There's plenty of evidence that she is alive and well. She says, that's great ideas, Adam. Wait, let me pull up all of it. They're basically on here. It says, Mindy, are you any closer to getting a warrant for that cell phone data? How about the bank cards? You're not even trying to find her. You're a piece of crap. Mindy is a liar and a snake town snitch. I will be suing her just like she said she did Cara. Why is it so hard to get a warrant for cell phone data to find out where she last or used her bank card? Because they don't want to find her. There's plenty of evidence that she is alive and well. Mindy says, those are great ideas. Adam, why don't you reach out to them and ask? Says, why don't you call the FBI or private investigator and give them your theories? And basically they're just fighting back and forth because the family thinks that this guy is involved. This guy is insisting that he left her alive somewhere. And it's just back and forth and back and forth. And it's hard to say. It's hard to say what is happening. But they're obviously not getting much help from police, considering the fact that they had to hire private investigators. This is from where she got out of my truck. You can't make it home legally without stopping, but you can make it to Albuquerque. Stephen Barnes was one of the two friends she had on Facebook. She said he lived in Albuquerque. Since I brought these facts up, his name has been removed from my friends list, and Mindy says she knows him. Anyone who knows me knows I wouldn't hurt anyone. I don't like wasting words and talking in general. I don't like repeating myself. Mindy tricked her into signing a deed, tricked her into going to Nevada, tricked her into staying. This guy is just throwing out all of these allegations in his defense, basically, for the allegations that have been thrown out by the family. It's just back and forth drama, but very little actual facts. Very little actual facts in this case as to what's going on. Yeah, where are the cops? Oh my gosh, guys, Batissimo is trying to sell you guys things. It's because it's a trial bot. Like he's just this is my first day using him. And so he still is the free version, which will try to sell you things. So I apologize for that. I think he tries to sell candy at one point too.
While it's not unusual that her car would be there, it is unusual that she didn't come back to retrieve it. So just a little background there, because I'm sure a lot of you out there had the same question as me. Like on May 15th, we know for sure she was in Arizona because she called somebody. And after May 15th, there was no more communication from Cara. No phone calls, no texts, no attempt to reach out to anyone in any manner. Her social media hasn't been used. Like I said, no phone calls, no texts. Any communication going to Cara has not been responded to. So the 15th is the last day that we have facts that Cara was okay and she was in Arizona. Cara went on runs with Adam before. As I said, she normally let somebody know where she was going, but this time not letting anyone know where she was going kind of leads her sister to believe that maybe this was a last minute decision. And then maybe
The fact that she didn't say that she was going anywhere, to me, isn't that shady, considering that her car is parked at the truck stop where it may have usually been parked. I think it's the fact that she didn't return for it is the whole issue. Hi, Savage. Yeah, it's definitely the crafting bot, but it's doing good so far. Look at it, telling everybody hi, hitting the like button. We're doing all the things. Good job, Bottissimo.
out when her family realized that Cara was missing, Adam actually helped her sister look for her for 3 days. Three days in Oklahoma, before he admitted that Cara had actually been in the truck with him. And then he starts spinning these stories that make absolutely no sense.
So this guy had the nerve to, after she was missing, after the family realizes that she's missing, actually help them search in the completely wrong state. He actually walked around with them out there searching for her and looking somewhere completely opposite of where she actually could possibly be, for 3 days. And then after that, he starts telling them California and Arizona and like won't just say where she is, allegedly.
Adam, after looking for Cara for 3 days in Oklahoma with her sister, first story, he said he left Cara at a rest stop near a casino in Arizona. 2 days later, he changed his story and said that he had left her at Essex in California at a rest stop. All of this was said after the 3 days of looking in Oklahoma. Now, why would you put her sister through looking for her in Oklahoma if you had actually left her somewhere else? It makes no sense, Adam. Okay. One of Adam's stories was that Cara got out at the rest stop and was hiding from him. Another story was that she went into the bathroom and never came out. So my question on that is, she went in the bathroom and she never came out. Did you have somebody go in and check on her, make sure she was okay? Maybe she was sick, maybe she fell, maybe she passed out. I don't know, it was hot, whatever.
So basically this guy is like a walking talking contradiction. Yeah, Tim, like he should probably be in an interrogation room. His truck probably should have been taken in for analysis, things like that. So
had been with him and he had all of her stuff. He turned all of her belongings over to the Seminole Police Department, where he was questioned and released. One thing that was not turned over was Cara's cell phone. We don't know where Cara's cell phone is. We just know that she's not using it. As a matter of fact, her sister, knowing that if Cara's out there alone, she's going to need money to survive. So her sister cash apped her money, her savings account, basically, and it was never accepted by Cara. So Cara either doesn't have access to her phone, she doesn't have access to the internet, whatever. She's not using any of her apps or social media, texting, calling, anything. She's made no attempt to contact anyone. The family hired a private investigator who works with Hunt Investigative Services here in Oklahoma. The FBI, this is an update. The FBI have actually picked up the case now on Tuesday of last week, I believe they picked it up.
So that would have been July 2nd. Yeah, Seminole, it is Indian territory. Exactly. And she is, Indigenous. And so, it flies under the radar. It's just sad. I don't know. I literally, like I said, somebody sent me this case to my email. And so I wanted to kind of bring it up. I don't want to play every second of this lady's video. She's a brand new YouTuber, literally 27 subscribers. So please, it's pinned at the top of the comments, I think. Go and check it out. Tim, thank you so much for gifting again. That's very polite of you. Thank you. So if you guys would want to become a member, you just have to click at the top of the screen on the green block and hit accept gifts. And there's a couple there if anybody wants some. I'm trying to fix my screen. I don't know what's happening. Hi, Marky. Welcome back.
Ransom demands. They don't need this. They're dealing with enough. Like I said, their car broke down on their way back from California. They broke down in the middle of nowhere, Texas. They hired a private investigator. They're doing everything they can to find Cara. They don't need any outside interference. And speaking of interference, Adam has been attacking Cara's sister online. Every time her sister posts about her missing sister, he gets on there in the comments.
Now, this video was made 2 days ago. And so the comments that I was just reading were just from yesterday. He is still doing it. He is still going at this family every single time that they post flyers, every single time that they are posting information. He's insisting that she's not missing, essentially. He doesn't want them looking for her. He doesn't want the private investigator out there. In his opinion, she's alive and well out there. He left her somewhere safe. And, that's her problem, basically, that she hasn't come back around. And so my thing is, we don't know for sure that this guy did something to her or that he was involved in her disappearance other than leaving her out on the side of the road. We don't know that for sure. Does it look shady and suspicious? Absolutely. Absolutely. Does it make you raise your eyebrows? And so huge ordeal. And so it just makes you really wonder, why is he trying to point them other directions other than, finding her? Why is he attacking the family every time that they're posting flyers? But I guess to be fair, the other thing is, rest stops, things like that, they're not necessarily the safest things. So if he did leave her walking around outside on her own, could she have been abducted by somebody and harmed in that way? That's also a possibility. Even if she was trying to walk down the road to get home, she could have got hit by a car. She could have, all kinds of things could have happened technically.
and he calls her a liar, and he's, I'll take a lie detector test, I'll do this, I'll do that. And he argues with, other commenters, basically trying to make it sound like something happened between Cara and her sister, and that's why she left. And it's just, like I said, the family doesn't need this now. They're dealing with enough. Their person is out there somewhere in the world and they don't know where. So if you don't have anything valuable to add to this investigation, just don't. Just don't. Just let them be. If you're not going to be helpful, just stay out of it. Let me see. One thing Cara's sister said was Cara was a very codependent person, that it's not likely that she would take off on her own. Like, Cara liked to be around people, people she knew, people she could count on. So, it's not likely that she's just gonna take off with nothing, with none of her belongings, in a place that she's not familiar with, that she doesn't have friends, that she doesn't have family. It's just not something Cara would do. It's completely out of character for her. And one thing that I'd like to say here, I know Gisela brings it up all the time, hashtag trust the family. In this case, I'm going to trust the family that, they know their person best. They know Cara best, and they know her personality. And this is completely out of character for her. So it's very unlikely that she would have took off on her own. And
she must be a grizzly. Mentioning Gisela. Yeah, trust the family, guys. We talk about this every case, especially whenever the family isn't obviously the guilty ones. For example, whenever they're saying this is out of their character to run away, this is out of their character to just up and disappear. She wouldn't have just left her family. She wouldn't have just stopped talking to everyone suddenly. She's out there somewhere. She would have reached out by phone, especially if this guy just left her walking alongside the road. Think about it. If you get into a fight with your significant other and they kick you out of the car with your phone, what are you going to do? You're going to call for help, right? Or you're going to text somebody and be like, hey guys, so-and-so is such a jerk. He just threw me out of the car. I'm on my way here. Or you're going to call for a rental or whatever. And we can't say that it's because she had no money, because you heard her say Mindy had cash apped her a ton of like her whole entire savings, just in case she was out there wandering somewhere and needed some cash. And so this isn't an issue where she wouldn't have had funds or the ability to get around or do something. She was given money. And so it's just it's so frustrating whenever we're in this situation. And thank God finally the FBI got involved this last week. But look at that. That means that took a month and a half before the FBI got involved. Like, why? Why are we a month and a half before this case was taken seriously? We were talking about earlier, please ignore Bautismo. You don't have to buy candy. He's a free bot that we are trial and erroring. Grifter bot. And so here's the thing. We're in this situation where how many people do we have missing right now that are assumed to be deceased? And no bodies are found. Do police not look for bodies anymore? Do they really just let these cases get solved enough to arrest people? They find just enough evidence to arrest and convict somebody, and then they just don't even look for the bodies? I don't understand. We're in this situation. Yeah, Ariel Sellers is not found. Cody Bigsby, not found. Harmony Montgomery, not found. Oakley Carlson, not found. This list can go on all day. All day we can go on with this list because there's so many. And you don't hear about search parties anymore. You don't hear about things like that because once they are to a certain point, they just stop looking. Summer Wells, not found. It's just frustrating. You know, how it seems like they just don't take stuff seriously, and then they'll go out and they'll get just enough evidence to arrest and convict, and then they just don't look anymore. Yeah, it depends on the area and who they are, it seems. I don't know. I mean, is this all part of the problem that happened whenever we were hashtag defunding the police for 2 years? You know, could that be part of the problem? Do they not have the funds and the resources and the people to go out there and actually look for these people? I don't know. It's all just thoughts, I guess, that have been rolling around in my head.
If she was out there, I believe she's trying to get home to Oklahoma to get back to her friends, her family, her kids, her life. So she could be on foot, she could be hitchhiking, she could literally be anywhere at this point. So one thing that I would like to ask is, if you're traveling and it's summer, so I know a lot of us are going to be traveling, taking road trips, what have you. If you are, why don't you just like go ahead and print out a few of these missing person flyers and take them with you. And if you stop at a rest area or a truck stop, a restaurant, anything, if you can leave one, pin it up somewhere, just to get her out there, to get her face out there, to get her story out there, get her name out there, because like I said, it's not getting covered. There's a few people that have covered it on YouTube that I've seen.
She's literally the only one that pops up on Google. It's just her videos. So I don't know if there is more people out there. Fantastic, but she is it. She is it on Google as of this moment, as of right now. And so, this is virtually uncovered. This woman has 27 subscribers, is the only videos that I see. No, I believe that is her sister's baby. I'm not entirely sure, but I don't believe it's hers. Yeah, the bot's trying to take over your position. Trying to lighten the load a little bit.
We're not going to quit covering it. We're going to do everything we can to keep her name out there, to keep her pictures, birthmark. If you know anything, if Adam said anything to you, call it in, and I will give you your prayers. Prayer for.
Okay, so you guys can go and watch, the entire video. I highly recommend it. Again, pinned at the top here for the entire thing. But at least go and subscribe to her channel. Why is this not working? Go and subscribe to her channel. Hit the like button because it'll get this video out there. 669 people have seen it so far. She's now at 32 subscribers. So thank you guys for that. But she needs more. We need this video everywhere because she has the information. Yeah, you get thrilled whenever you see us on Google. Yeah, me too. I'm like, oh, I'm the Google video today. It's awesome though. Yeah, I will definitely send you that flyer, Marky. I have to find a clean copy of it. Everything so far has been from the private investigators. From the private investigator. And so I need something that I can actually download and upload to places. But I don't know. The whole situation, it's just sad. And then her family is out there and they are just trying to get information, trying to get answers, and they're really getting nothing. They are really not getting answers from police. They're not getting any news coverage whatsoever. You would think a news station would have picked this up by now. A month and a half, 2 months, there's not even a news article. Nothing. Like, do people in Oklahoma not get coverage, period? It's sad. Very sad. Yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate that. So what I'm going to do though is I'm going to try to reach out to this sister and we'll see if she responds. I don't typically like to bother missing families that much, but I think that hearing from the family themselves speak is important to getting people to connect with the audience or with the missing person, and to really care about this individual. And so I think that it will help get people to care about Cara. Hopefully we can keep the craziness, but yeah, why is Frank not talking about it? He lives in Oklahoma. Abby Tim, he's mad at me right now. So Frank is not talking. But you're right. He should be out there plastering flyers absolutely everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. Yeah, be good for the family to see that people are out here exactly where the wind blows. So he should be plastering flyers everywhere. He should have t-shirts that he's wearing with her face, all the things. Walking around in Oklahoma. Is there an Oklahoma in Britain? No, I'm just kidding. So I don't know, but I love you guys. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up pretty quick. And if you're a member, we can go in the Discord if you'd like to discuss this a little bit more and dig into some of these details. So have a great day, guys.